Launching the KCCA Valuation Court last year, City Lord Mayor Erias Lukwago challenged the body to serve the public with integrity.
You know that a tax has to be fair. So you have to draw that delicate balance between generating revenue and also ensuring that there is justice.
The court is responsible for receiving complaints from those aggrieved by property tax valuations as well as declaring tax exemptions where it deems necessary. The court, which has powers similar to those of a magistrate's court, is comprised of 3 members and is chaired by Kampala advocate Samuel Muyizzi.
I think because the Lord Mayor is a lawyer who believes in the rule of the law, and because the executive director is equally a lawyer who appreciates the procedures and workings of the law, they have appreciated the court like never before. So they have given support to the structural arrangement of the court. So we've tried to structure it from an ad hoc court to a proper functioning court.
But how many cases has this court handled in the last 6 months?
We've handled close to 1,000 cases for Kampala Central Division in the last 6 months and so.
He says through increased sensitization, the public is slowly appreciating the importance of the court and the need to pay property taxes.
But what was happening is people were paying rates or taxes to KCCA upon being locked up. So it was like a forced tax onto the ratepayers.
Muyizzi reveals that about 40% of the cases heard before this court have been resolved through mediation.
About 40% of the matters that have been heard by the court have been resolved by consent between the ratepayers and KCCA. That shows the amount of harmony. A person who has entered a consent on the amount to be paid and how to pay it will most likely pay that rate, as opposed to a person you are forcing to pay a rate that they do not understand.
However, the court's lack of a proper office to operate from or a chamber remains a challenge hindering its performance.
Since we were inaugurated in between May and June, all this time we are doing our work from the corridors of KCCA. The establishment has refused and neglected to provide chambers and an office to the team of the court. That is very dangerous.
And that is not all. The issue of remuneration for the team is yet another challenge.
I cannot take my team all through 6 months when they have so far gotten a simple allowance probably of 1 segment and the rest they are still hanging on. I think that takes down the morale.
Despite the above challenges, he is persuaded that the court is determined to continue serving diligently.
Nevertheless, we are still equal to the task. We are still really talking to the powers that be in KCCA that it doesn't stop with you accepting the structure, but you have to facilitate this structure so that it does its work independently.
Benjamin Jumbe, NTV.